Hi, this is Shyam Shankar from Ekascloud. In this video, I am going to explain about users and groups in Linux. Okay, so as you all know, in Linux system we have something called root account, right? So we have root account and we have one user account by default, but we can create many user accounts. So these are the various user account I am going to create now, and these are all the user. This let's say this is user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4, and the combination of this all these users is called groups. We can combine this all in one thing called groups. So as you all know, root user is something which will have all the permissions to do anything, to create a file, delete a file, modify a file, can do anything in the root account, but users will not have all the permissions. So for that only we have something called file permissions for the users and the group. So let's say this is the user 1, user 2, user 3, and user 4, and collection of all this will make a group. So in our Linux system we are going to create multiple users and groups. So for this you can have Amazon EC2 instance as well. Here when you give connect, here you can see a user account is created by default named EC2. You can name it anything you want, but by default one user account will be there. Other than the root account, one user account will be there. And in WSL also there will be one mandatory root account, one mandatory user account will be there. So here if I give connect, as you can see, this is the user account name and this is the host IP address. So this is the home directory of the user account. So what is the home directory of the user account? If I give present working directory pwd, it will show in the root account there is something called home folder, and inside the home folder we have this username EC2 user, and inside the folder the files which we are creating will come under this user. So this is the home directory of the username we are creating. So now I will explain furthermore in WSL now. So I will go to WSL. Now I am in this user account which is mandatory to create by default, like we see here in EC2 user. So now I will go from user account to root account by using sudo -s. It will ask for password. We have to give the password which we have given when we are creating a user. So I have given my password and I come back to the root account. I will zoom a bit. Root account, and now if you list all the files and folders, I will give ls. As you can see, everything will be there. So where will be all the user be created? So in this video we are going to create multiple users like developer 1, developer 2, developer 3, developer 4, and we are going to group them in one group like development team. Okay, so I am going to create user here. So for creating user we have something called add user, and we will give developer 1. So in the root user only we can create this thing, because root will have all the permission to create the user, delete the user, create the file, delete the file. It will have all the permissions. So we will add the user by this command, add user dev1. So I am giving this and I am giving enter. Here you can see adding user 1 dev1. So new the user is created. You have to give password for that. I will give dev1. I am typing the password. I have to retype the password. Now it will ask for the full name. We can give or we can skip also, and give y and enter. So now I have created one user account called dev1. So how can we check? So we have to go inside this home directory. When we list, there is something called home directory in the root account. You have to go inside that home directory and you have to press enter. Now I will list all the thing inside this home directory. So for that I will give ls. Here you can see this is the user account I have created now. So I have created one user account called dev1. Okay, so let's go back to the home directory of the user. So I will give, we can also sign in using sign in the dev1. We will give su space hyphen space dev1. So if we give, it will go into the development one user account. Okay, so for coming out of the user account, to come back to the user account, we will have to give log out. Okay, it will come back to the root account, and it is at the home directory, home folder. Okay, sorry. So now I will create another user account. I will go back to the home directory. I will clear my screen here. So I am back to the home directory of the root account. So I will now create another user, add user dev2. So another dev2 user is created. Now I have to give the password. I will give the password. I will retype the password. So I have created the dev2 user account. So I will create another user account here. I will give add user dev3. Okay. So I will give this. I will give the password. I am giving the password here dev3 dev3. Okay, so I have updated the password, and you can give the name if you want. I'll give y and enter. So I have created three user account. One is dev1, another one is dev2, and another one is dev3. So now I'm going to group them as one. So why you have to group them as one? So there is something called file permissions in Linux. So instead of giving permission to every user account, we can group them as one, and we can give the permissions for the group. So it will be applied for all the user account which is inside the group. So we will have dev1, dev2, and dev3 inside a group called dev team. So I will create this uh, group called dev team now. So we have these three accounts now. Now I will go back to the root account. So I will clear the screen. So to create the group, we have something command called group add. So I'm going to give the name dev team. So now I have created the dev team. So how to check if I have created or not? We have to give cat etc group. Here you can see all the thing I have created. I have created dev1, dev2, dev3, and I have created the group also named dev team. Okay, so I will clear the screen. Now what you are going to do is, we are going to add all these things where the user we have created dev1, dev2, dev3 inside this group called dev team. So for that we have to give the command user mod hyphen ag. Now first we have to give the group name. So the group name is dev team. Then we have to give all the username. I will give in the order dev1, comma dev2, comma dev3. So I will give it as separately. So I will give user mod ag dev team dev1. So now I have added dev1 here. Now for dev2 I will add again user mod ag, group of the name is dev team. Then I will give dev2. So now I have added the dev2 user account to this group. I will give enter. Now user mod ag, name of the group dev team. Then I will add dev3. So this is how you will create user with the help of the command add user. Then we have to create a group with the help of group add and give the name of the group name, and this is how we will add every user to the group. So while giving file permissions, we can give the file permission to the group, which will be applied to all the users in this group. So this is why we need user and group in Linux. So that's all about this video. Thank you.